Yeah.
Oh, great. Hey, I'm Sonia. I'm about to change the brakes on my car. Point over here. I did the other one already, as you can see, but I figured it'd be a fun little thing to do, and I've never made a video before. So, first things first, for those of you that don't know, which most of you probably do, you always have to loosen your lug nuts with the lug wrench, or if you have a good solid socket, you could use that also. But here's your lug nuts. Those have to be loosened before you jack your car up. Otherwise, you'll be here all day trying to get it undone, which I've done that once or twice until I learned. But anyway, so we got all that done already. I went ahead and loosened them all up. So pretty much they should be ready to come off for the most part, but let me check, make sure. And you know, another little tip, those of you who don't know, if you're having problems with it, if it's not straight, you know, one side's up or whatever, it's going to be really hard to get them off. So when you put a little pressure on it, pull them off, it should be good to go. Anyway, I'm trying to hurry this as fast as I can, you know, because I tend to ramble and talk a lot, so I'm going to try not to. Now, I have my sons here assisting me. One has the camera, and one is fixing to help me do something really quick so I don't have to get up. Tyler, come grab this tire off here for me. And all you gotta do is roll it off to, wait, you know, as a matter of fact, put it back here. Taylor, bring it around, baby, around behind me. Behind me.
Me?
Behind me, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
taller.
I'm sorry. Well, I was telling Taylor to come here. A little helpful thing is, if you don't have a jack stand too, just for extra support, take your tire, lay it up under the edge of the car. That way, if something goes wrong with your jack, your tire, it'll fall on your tire, and it'll just help with a little extra support. Anyway, in the process of the brakes, get all my crap together. I'm changing the brake pads. Excuse me if my belly or anything's hanging out. Taylor, you got the camera where it needs to be?
Yeah.
Okay. I have a 14 millimeter socket for the top one and a 12 millimeter for the bottom. Is that right? Or did I grab? Yeah, that's right. 12 for this one. Since I already had this one on from the other one, this is what I'm going to do. But before I take that off, I'm going to make sure that the thing is turned the right way. Otherwise, it won't loosen up. It's going to tighten instead. And I have a cup to go under it because you will drain brake fluid under there. So you can use anything, but why not use a cup? So anyway, oops. It's not going to drain much probably because I did the other side already and this stupid thing is stuck. Okay. So it may not drain much or at all, but just in case, I got it under there. But as you can see, that's nice. I dropped the thing in there. That's great. Anyway, I'm getting it. Now we got more oil. Okay. Don't look like it's going to drain much, but the other one drained most of the brake fluid in here. If your brake fluid is good, I guess you could possibly reuse it. However, I don't see me doing that with this one. So, then you got to unloose this one, which at this time you can move your cup if you want, if it's in your way or whatever, because you're not going to have any fluid come out of this one. The reason why you have it come out of the top, because there's a hose right here where your fluid comes through. And so, shit. I had a problem with this thing a while ago, and my hands are greasy. It's hard to get it straight. So, I'm trying to loosen it. I have to do it the old-fashioned way and take it off because I don't have a lot of time to do the video. Anyway, so, those are your two bolts you're focusing on. You take those off. One of them is a really long bolt on the bottom part. The other one is much shorter. It's connected to that hose that has brake fluid. That's why there's brake fluid coming out. And you also have the little washer here that you need to make sure you save because that could be important. Anyway, basically, I undo that. I'm going to pull up, I believe this is the caliper. Anyway, if you notice this right here, this piston thing right here, it needs to be inside of that. So one of the easiest possible ways to do that is, which I learned the hard way too, is I'll get it up under here where I can see it and kind of go in and push it. Like, I'm sorry. It's like, yeah. It's better to use your brake pad to do this because seriously. I can't see. Why did that thing come off? It's not supposed to do that. But anyway, it's better to use that brake pad to push on it like this. So we're just going to improvise since that came out. You use your brake pad to push up against your piston. And as you push, you're going to have some leakage. But you see all this come out, then you know you're doing it whenever you see that push out like that. And what it did was it pushed that piston in almost flush with this. Not completely, but almost. Okay? So, now that we have that done, the easy part is your brake pads, which you kind of look and see what you got here so you know where you got to put it. Also, a bungee cord, a tie wrap, whatever comes in handy. Find a stable place to hook that sucker and hook on here. See this? We're going to hook that safely somewhere where it's holding this up so it's out of your way for a few minutes. Okay, while you're doing that, all you got to do is, how much battery do we have left? Probably not a lot. Okay, this thing is going to go here. This is your brake pad. Before you do that, you have your little lubricant thing that is supposed to help, I forget the word, but anyway, it's supposed to help with the friction. That's what it is. So you put it on the end of your brake pad as so. You do the other one the same way. I also found that it helps get that brake pad back on there. You know, it's a lubricant as well, but shoot, it's not wanting to come out. Anyway, get a little dab on there real good. You're going to slide your brake pad back on here. Shoot, can't see very well. It's hard to slide that back on there as such. Is it all the way? Okay, I think that's, well, shit. There it goes. Okay, then I take my other brake pad off. See how worn? Ugh. Okay, no wonder they were scraping and making all kinds of awful noise. I find my other brand new brake pad, which is right here. I'm going to put my, I'll open that other one because that other one was having issues. So, I'm going to make sure I use some of my lube that I got. Lube can be used for lots of things. I'm not sure that you want to use this for anything else though. But it definitely is good for the friction and everything. So, you take that and you place it how it's going to fit. Hello, where do we go? I'm a dummy. Okay, there it goes. You tend to put it on the top first. I found it makes it easier. And you just got to kind of mess with it a bit until it gets in there right. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with that exactly, but I'm working on it. This is only the second time I've ever changed brakes. So, there it goes. Okay, it's on there. Now, we already got our piston pushed all the way in, which is extremely important. We got our brake pads on there securely. Let's undo our little bungee that we have here. I'll take it all the way off. And then we're going to lower our, what's it called, caliper. And we got to find where it's supposed to fit back on here. Oh, see this? We need to make sure we push it. And it'll go where it'll make it fit snug. There we go. Now, all we got to do now is take our short bolt. We're going to put it in there good. Get it in there most of the way so when we go to tighten it, you know, with our wrench, we don't have much to go, or with our socket. Then we're going to do the same thing with that one.
You got 10% battery.
Okay. We're doing good so far. So then again, we're going to use this one first. Oh, let me forget to change that sucker. I can't even tell you which direction. You just got to kind of play with it, but you turn it one way and it allows your socket to tighten or loosen. I'd say that's good and tight. Okay, now I gotta use my little extra thing on here because I didn't have a socket to fit, my little extension. Put this on here, then we're gonna get back on this thing. Make sure you got your wire and everything back on there how it should be, because that could be a problem. Make sure it's good and tight. And then the only thing left to do, besides picking up your mess and cleaning yourself, will be to grab this. We're going to put the tire back on, which I'm not going to put the, I'm not going to worry about putting it all back together because it's pretty simple. You know, you just put your lug nuts back in, tighten them back up, and that's a wrap. So, I hope it helped someone, and if it didn't, it will. I hope you enjoyed watching. Okay, bye-bye.